Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to entrepreneur, empowerment coach, and author Judith Joy, everybody. Thank you. Welcome back. Welcome, everybody. I'm here with Judith Joy. We've been talking about energy. And I want to ask you about your book, the new book coming out, Surviving Your Teen and Being Happy Anyways. What prompted you to write the book?
Well, for a long time, everybody wanted me to write and write and write, and I'm like, I don't know enough. I've only gone to a zillion classes and read 2 zillion books, and I don't know enough, so I have to keep going. So I was just like, all right, fine, I'm a writer. I've always been a writer. And then Doc said, hey, I'm going to go meet this guy, and he's in publishing. So
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, I had said I was blocked in writing, and I needed a writing coach, someone to push me forward. So we went to go meet with this guy, and then, lo and behold, I had a publishing contract with a writing coach.
Right, and everything just started coming out. And I know who you're talking about as well. Adam is a dear friend, and I have to tell you, he's a brilliant guy, isn't he? I mean, a writing coach, no matter if you're a writer or you're an entrepreneur, doing what he does, there's a real knack to being able to.
And he's so kind and gentle.
Oh, he's just such a heart guy. Now, I have to ask, how would you say that this book, because I know that the book will be out in a few months, and there's already a lot of buzz and a few surprises, I think, along the way. But how would you say this is different than, let's say, other self-help type books?
Well, this is teaching the parent how to change their own behavior and how to change their own energy. So that they become more peaceful, they become an observer, let go of judgment, and then you get to try on experiences.
Right.
If you go through life, you're always trying on experiences, and some of them work for you and some don't. And you just let go of the ones that don't work and then keep the ones that do.
Yeah. Well, when you read the title, Surviving Your Teenager, you think you know what it's going to be about, but as you just mentioned, it's not really focusing on actual parenting. It's more on the parent's behavior and how you can really affect what they're doing. I found it fascinating, but I want to ask you, you talk a lot in the book about finding truth. And when it kind of struck me weird when I read that about finding truth, because some people would say, well, there's only one truth. Isn't truth, truth? But you talk a lot about how truth is really, it's a perception. Expound on that a little bit. I found that very fascinating in your book.
Truth is based on whatever your perspective is. It's how you look at something. If you come at life because you were abused, your truth is going to be that other people aren't safe. But if you come at life because everybody has been really nice to you, then your truth is that people are safe.
Right.
And then truth is only true until it's not. So when you feel safe again, then people are more safe.
Right. And I feel like, I know in the book it talks about teaching you how to follow your intuition.
Yes.
And I feel like over the years I've kind of developed, I trust my gut, so to speak. I feel like I have good intuition. But does that rule really apply to everybody, that just trust your intuition? What if how do you know if your intuition's right?
Well, you start with small things.
Yeah.
And you sort of test it out with the small things. And it's this little voice in your head. And it's just sort of talking to you saying, take your umbrella, or don't go in that door, things like that.
Sure.
And you listen to that voice, and the more you listen, the stronger it gets. And the stronger it gets, the more you trust it. And then you're just automatically listening to it all the time.
So somebody that maybe they don't follow intuition, maybe deep down they don't trust themselves, and they trust others. And I have to say, I want to make sure I get this right. In the book it said, focus, what you focus on is what you get. And can you explain a little bit about what you meant on that part?
A lot of parents focus on the bad behavior that their teenagers have. In every situation, there's something good. Find the good. Focus on that. It's like when you're driving down the highway and you're focusing on the road, you're actually driving on the road.
Right.
But if you're driving down the highway and you're focused on the building, you're going to find yourself turning the car towards the building. It's the same principle. So find the good and then focus on it.
And if your child does have some wrong behavior, how should we how should we react?
First is to get calm within yourself so that it's not a knee-jerk reaction. It's
Yeah.
all about how you react to things. So once you're calm, and then you go to the teen and go, okay, what's this really about? Because I know that this behavior wasn't what we wanted, but why did you have this behavior to begin with?
Yeah. Yeah, because I think, like you said, a lot of times before you have all the facts, there's kind of a knee-jerk reaction of, what are you doing? And I have to say, when I was reading the book, I have a 5-year-old, as you know, and I was already thinking like, oh man, in 8 or 9 years, I'm going to be, but it really is more of training for the parents. And
you can start your training now.
Yeah, that's what it's really not for teenagers. It applies to many relationships. When the book comes out, where will we be able to get the book?
It's going to be through Amazon.
Amazon and the bookstores across the country, and I think also Indigo River. Publishing.com. We're so excited. I'm going to pick up one of the first copies. Please come back and say hi to your dad for us. Judith Joy, everybody.